The day up with green-black elves. We've played some green-black elves in the past. I'm kind of curious to see no banner in this deck. We're basically playing Song of Freyalise in a similar spot, which I guess lets us accelerate a little bit better. So I'm interested to see how this feels versus the banner. We do have Beast Whisper still to generate a lot of cards as we cast all of our things, but I'm curious to see how often it's like, oh, this would have been better as banner. Any mono green stompy lists you can recommend? I haven't had any good mono green lists that we've come across recently. Mono blue and mono red are the two like default mono color decks in the format, and there's some basically mono white decks that are very good as well. I have no idea, Tarantula Sloth. I really don't keep track of the match records while we play. Whether or not you're winning matches doesn't really tell you if a deck is good or not. There's a lot more to it than that. Yeah, we've played Green White Elves in the past before. I think this is our third time playing Elf Tribal on stream. We've played Green White and various iterations of Green Black before. It seems fine. Ochran Assassin was actually very good in the previous iterations of Green Black Elves that we tried. This card basically just like makes your team unblockable for a turn. We played any good lists with Doggernauts. No, the Doggernauts are basically a bad version of the Drakes. So the blue-red Drake deck is basically what you want to play if you think Doggernauts wants to be played. You are allowed to point out, and even in fact encouraged to point out mistakes that I make, but we encourage you to point out those mistakes with constructive and specific feedback. Let me know why it was a mistake and possibly what I could have done better. Just spamming exclamation point punt in chat doesn't help me learn. Doesn't help the people in chat learn why it was a mistake. Weird. All right, so am I just doing this? Yeah, I'm just gonna do this and then play this tapped. Actually, if you type exclamation point punt in chat, I don't even time you out. The bot automatically times people out because it's listed as not allowed in the rules. Flying Ad Hummin, thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. So this is just going to be Elf into... Nope, I don't want to tap that one just yet. Into Elvish Clancaller. This one makes mana equal to its power. So now this is a 4/4. So now I tap this. And actually, I think I'd rather play Steel Leaf Champion, huh? No, I guess they have Knight of Autumn anyway, so I'll just play these two. It's a shame we don't have one of our cards that lets us draw cards at the moment. So the one thing that I really took away from playing Elves in Standard so far is that you activate Clancaller in Standard Elves a lot. Most games go like this if they don't have spot removal, and then you just get Clancallers on Clancallers on Clancallers. I need more power! So, like, at the end of their turn, Clancaller's gonna get another Clancaller, and then next turn, both those Oh my god! Oh my god! We've activated their trap card, chat. We've activated their trap card. I have a 7/7, but that's all I have. Wow, that animation was disappointing. I like a lot of the animations Arena has, but that was an incredibly disappointing animation. I feel like I've been let down. I'm gonna have that animation be a pallbearer at my funeral, so it can let me down one more time. All right, we are super dead. Hey, Genesis Wave. Nah, you just need more ways to draw cards. Is the thing. So like not having access to not having access to the banner is just a big deal, I think. The banner was one of the many things that made the Elves deck feel nuts last time we played it, and not having access to the banner seems medium. I don't really have any cards to board in here. I guess Poison? No, Ruinous Blast exiles everything, right? So it doesn't even protect against that. And honestly, the best way these Elf decks beat Sweepers is by drawing more cards while they're playing their Elves. So things like Banner and Beast Whisperer help you beat Sweepers. Well, that's a Hearthstone hand, not a Magic hand. Hand's not amazing, but it's fine. Swamp Clancaller. We did hit the Harry's goal. Just try and be as aggressive as possible here. Not gonna have the ability to play around their sweeper again, which kind of sucks, but is what it is. Professor Knox with the absurd host. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I think we're about to get Urza's Ruinous blasted out of another game here. Goodbye, friends. Yep. All right. Our deck full of tiny green creatures are really good at having them flip all the way off the battlefield. For folks that are coming over from Nox's channel, welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. We play pretty much nothing but constructed Magic on this channel. We play a ton of Standard here on Magic Arena. I also play some Modern on Magic Online. Hope you're having a great Thanksgiving if you are somewhere in the United States. Hope you're having a great Thursday for anywhere else in the world. Thanks for dropping by here today. This deck doesn't just lose to board wipes, it loses to board wipes if it doesn't have a way to draw cards with its elves. Which, again, this is a viewer-submitted elf deck list, and I think if we play one more match and we feel like we need more ways to draw cards, we're going to slot the banners back into the deck. Because one of the things that the person who submitted this deck did was they cut the banners of a lot of the other elf decks have been playing, and banners one of the best ways you have to play around sweepers because it allows you to draw a bunch of cards while you play your elves out. It's also explicitly like that opponent was playing a very unique sweeper in Urza's Ruinous Blast. So we have poison tip archers in our sideboard, which deal damage to our opponent whenever one of our creatures dies. So poison tip archers are kind of sweeper insurance because they kill our opponent when they kill our creatures, basically. And when Urza's Ruinous Blast is exiling, though, which means we're not really able to bring in that insulation against them. Looks like green-white tokens here. Missing our third land feels a little bit bad, but we get to get Runner going here, which will make a lot of mana for us pretty quickly. We did shave the beard off. We had a donation. We had a sponsor goal to get to 100 people checking out my Harry sponsor for Harry's Razors, and we hit that. And the deal was I'd shave my face if we had that happen. So we are on no beard Jeff today. Alright, so if I Clancaller, it kicks this up to making 3 mana. That doesn't really help me though, right? I can still only play 2 more things this turn. I just play the Song of Freyalise here. This card just seems so mediocre. I'm really having a hard time seeing when this card is good in our deck. It seems neat in the opponent's deck because they don't have mana creatures anyways, but like this deck has a bunch of cards that tap to make mana anyways, so like Song is just like this mediocre eventual anthem as opposed to leveraging the other parts of it. We basically just like don't use enough bits of this buffalo, it feels like. Thanks, Dr. Jones. I appreciate the biddies. As always, anybody who cheers 100 bits or more or donates $1 or more is welcome to bump a deck in my queue for that. So I guess these tap for mana now. That doesn't even really help me though, right? Like if I play the assassin, I then can't attack with this, and I kind of want to attack with this turn. I guess I want to put the assassin down, though. I guess I'm setting up for lethal next turn with the assassin. So I can play the assassin here, and then that's going to put the nurturer up to a 6/6, and then the nurturer plus the Clancaller activate the Clancaller, and then next turn, assassin effectively makes my board unblockable, and they're going to get 1/1. So maybe this is useful. I didn't tap the Clancaller because I want to activate the Clancaller this turn. I want to use it to go get another Clancaller. However, they're setting up for a March of the Multitudes here, which is a little bit scary because their song is going to go off next turn too, which is going to make their march very large. He gives indestructible too. That's good to know. So I just want to block as many things as possible where my things aren't going to die, so I can block like this and then take 10 over here. Before damage, activate this. Put my Clancaller into play, get a 3/3. So they're going to 28, but I actually have them dead on the backswing, right? Because they all have to block here. They have to block here. They're at 33. Do we have them dead from 33? So I have... Let's just do some quick maths here. So they're taking 6, 14, 8 is 22, 31. Oh, these stay bigger permanently. If they're 1/1 counters, you're right. They stay bigger permanently. Oh, my things have vigilance, so I can double Clancaller. I can double Clancaller because they have vigilance. I can get 1 more point of damage by playing this. I think the double Clancaller is just lethal though, right? Yep, the entire deck queue is slowed at the moment. So I attack with all of these. They're forced to block this with everything. I believe the double Clancaller will be lethal because the double Clancallers, each Clancaller adds 7 points of power to the board. Basically, 7 extra points of damage to them because I'm hitting them with 6 elves plus it's going to add this bigger. So it's 6 + 1 on each of those. So yeah, that should be lethal. Yeah, they're going to 38, but each of the Clancallers represents 7, so that's 14, 22, 28. Yeah, we're actually hitting them for almost 40. Or a little over 40. Well, you know, we were talking about, is this song good enough? Song was very good there. Assassin, also great, but song was very good. Golden Demise seems phenomenal. Destroy target, creature with flying or target enchantment. Poison Tip Archer, that's not for this matchup. Immortal Sun seems slow. Do you want these other sideboard cards? Prevent all damage to be dealt to you. They'll be dealt to creatures. Prevent all damage to be dealt to creatures this turn. Creatures you control gain hexproof this turn. That's interesting. I think this is more for probably red-based creature sweepers rather than combat. I don't know that I really want anything else here. The stream title's updated. It doesn't always update when you're on mobile. Yeah, we basically just want to race them. This golden device seems a little bit ambitious. We only have 14 black sources. We'll see if that comes up and is castable when it comes up. No, it isn't even a fog. It's a preventative measure. It protects your creatures against sweepers. Is the rest of this hand good enough? Is the question. Like, are the 6 cards we're playing good enough? It's not, right? Because I can't cast the assassin either. Nullhide Barracks. Yeah, Nullhide seems sweet. It's very good against like it's great against the various blue-black decks in the format, right? Sure. Flower here is good for us because it means they're not deploying a 2-drop this turn. Sure. Have all your 1/1 for 1. Then we'll play Druid of the Cowl next turn and then curve into Beast Whisperer on 3 the following turn. What's going on, Zill? Gobble gobble. History's like a little annoying, but not the end of the world. I'm gonna have a 2/3 down next turn that'll be able to block that nicely. A little bit choked on mana at the moment, so I'm gonna have this Beast Whisperer going, but I'm not gonna be able to cast that many spells. If they have a Conclave Tribunal this turn, I'm in a little bit of trouble because they're going to tip me for 4. They might offer this Knight up just to flip the Legion's Landing, depending on what they have in hand here. Usually the opponent's deck doesn't play any Anthem effects at instant speed. The 1/1 City Blessing Anthem is something that usually just green or red-white plays. We're going to hit Golden Demise with this Glimpse. Alright, I think I'd rather get 2 creatures into play here rather than playing another Beast Whisperer out right away. We've been playing Elves for about 15 minutes so. We'll be going for a little bit more. I think this is going to be my last deck of the day. We've got another hour or so left of it. Ooh, that makes Night of Autumn bigger too. It's a little scary. It was just a 2/2, right? I'm gonna throw this away. Just gain 4. Or gain 6, sorry. Take 4, go to 13. Really wish we would have hit a land last turn. I guess Song of Freyalise would be a very good draw here, huh? Play Druids, that way we can have a little bit more mana next turn. I was looking for a land, but that one's a tapped land. Who is this? What's going on, Nuckerspec? Thank you for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. All right, we're finally getting unchoked on mana here, which is nice. They don't have a Flourish, which is good for us. I'm going to go ahead and double block one of these Knight of Autumns. Take 4. So they get to trade their Knight for my Thorn Lieutenant here. Or for the Swarm Guildmage, whichever they prefer. Yeah, deal. We're gonna start snowballing pretty quickly here now, so we get to go ahead and play this out, which draws us a card, and then our elves start drawing us 2 cards. Holding the land until the second draw was correct there. Why? What reason is it correct for? Alright. The Song's gonna go nuts next turn. We're gonna get to go Song into Beast Whisperer, or Beast Whisperer into Song, and just like make infinite mana. Song's gonna, I guess Song only nets us 2 mana, but still. We might actually be in risk of decking next turn. How many cards? We got 41. We're gonna Elf Ball, as they say. I might actually not play the 3rd Whisperer out. I'm gonna double here since I have another Beast Whisperer. Alright, so let's start with this. Then let's play Song of Freyalise. So then I've got 5 mana total remaining. So do I want to get this going or do I want to do these? I think I'd rather play 3 elves this turn, right? And I think I'm actually going to go ahead and play Llanowar Elves this turn first, because if I draw another Clancaller, I'd like to play that rather than this Thorn Lieutenant. Yeah, when you're buying digital packs, you're buying 1s and 0s in WotC's database. When you buy physical booster packs, by the way, people were asking earlier, how do we beat sweepers? This is how you beat sweepers. You just, like, have cards that draw cards when you play creatures. So that way, like, they could sweep our board here, but, like, you know, we have a handful of cards. If they had their instant speed card, we could have been in trouble there potentially. But no, they should be pretty dead next turn. Do they play Settle? I don't think so usually. So we want to wait one more turn because next turn the song triggers. Here's what happens to your 5th copies of cards currently. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pass here, and then next turn we'll be able to attack and then activate both our Clancallers and kill them by a lot. Can't you wait? I can't wait to play this game on my cell phone. Can you, chat? This will make such a good cell phone game. Mobile client when, please. Alright, I should probably figure out what's lethal here and then not overkill because I'd prefer not to get blown out by Settle the Wreckage. Alright, so they have... all of these are lifelink, right? So they can make one more lifelinker here, which then gives them 5, 4, so they have 14 health 14 health that they get to gain. Do I want to do math to play around Settle? I'm not sure that I want to do math to play around Settle. Math is for blockers? Yeah, probably. Leave a Beast Whisperer back to rebuild? That's probably smart. I don't know, this is probably lethal. Figure it out. I don't know, it's probably lethal. Can you figure it out? The best part about playing these type of deck, I mean, I get to activate Clancaller twice and like double lord the rest of my stuff. Yeah, I needed to 37 them on that attack. I don't know, it's probably good enough. You beat board clears by drawing a bunch of cards, having elves left over in your hand. Or your opponent just doesn't draw them. You just like beat them by doing that. Or you can board in Duress and take their board clears. Or you could board in Poison Tip Archer and have them lose health. There's going to be a non-zero number of games with this deck where you just die when your opponent clears your board. It's just how Magic goes. Powerful strategies have powerful counters. I am many things, but I am not a liar. If we set a goal for something happening on this stream and we hit that goal, it's gonna happen. Blackwell, thank you for the biddies. I'm scared. I need you to bring back the beard. Yep. This is currently what happens when you get more than 4 copies of a card in Arena. Alright, green-black. So, Finality is scary. However, if they don't hit Finality quickly, we're going to bury them in the ground. For those that are just new and joining us, so we had a big people come in from Nox. So this isn't my deck list. This isn't a deck that I've played a ton of. So this is a viewer-submitted deck list. I know Nox does those too. So a lot of the decks that I play on this channel are viewer-submitted things. In fact, a lot of how Nox has his hue modeled is similar to what I do here. So as far as like how are these deck matchups, I don't know for a lot of them. This is our 3rd or 4th match with the deck. We're just getting a feel for it. The rat, I believe, lets you put infinite copies in once you have 4. Well, that's unfortunate. They binned it. They must not have land. That's good for us. They might leave that on top to keep gaining health. You think green-black elves is stronger than mono-green? I do. So we've played a couple different iterations of green-black before, and a couple copies of green-white as well, and I feel like the splash is pretty free and gives you good utility. That's a pretty good turn. Bye, friend. Yeah, the Assassin is very good. Like, this card was very good last time we played green-black elves, and it continues to impress me today. Poison Tip Archer. Again, this card, whenever another creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life. It's like, alright, kill my board, but then you die. I want to trim here. Definitely want to fit the Poison Tip Archers in. Yeah, Izoni's good for grinding. This card's good at beating sweepers too. You just like make a bunch of insects after they clear your board. Do I want the Immortal Sun? They have Planeswalkers, but I feel like the Immortal Sun's more for the Teferi matchups, because like I can just like pound through their Planeswalkers, right? I'm gonna need 2 more cuts here. Yeah, the Nurturer is very powerful as well. Guildmage is nice for breaking board stalls. Please keep in mind, if you want to tell me how to sideboard, you need to suggest what we should be cutting instead. Remember, it's a 1-to-1 process, chat. So everybody who's like, hey, cut these cards, what should we be cutting instead? Tuned in as soon as I saw you playing elves on Twitter. What's going on? Not real. Thanks for the 5 months. It's possible that the song's just not good enough. Do that instead. That's fine. I'm pretty unimpressed by this card in general. It's been like okay. I feel like a lot of the games we've won because of the last trigger on this, we would have been winning anyways. Should start a donation goal for a spray beard. Unlike the hair on top of my head, which has stopped growing back in, my beard does grow. So we'll have a week or so. We'll get scruffy here real soon, and then we'll have a beard again. Yeah, it seems real good. It's like turn 2 Nurturer, just like great every time. You can find my current preferred green-black elf list on my website. So again, this is a viewer-submitted list that we're playing at the moment. I played this deck a little bit in the past, and my current preferred list can be found on jeffhoagland.com. Click Standard Decks in the navigation bar at the top. Oh, Cast Down. Oh, it's a good thing this Nurturer is legendary. I find you less credible without facial hair. Yeah, you and most people. Land here would be great. Perfect. So land lets me go Whisper into Druid of the Cowl and draw a card right away, which is nice. The Whisper is almost certainly going to eat this cast down, but that's fine for us. It already drew a card. I guess we might see them Chupacabra here. It's going to be interesting to see if they kill Whisperer Nurturer here. Interesting. Okay. What's going on, Kit Kat? You're getting beat up here a little bit. That being said, I get to generate a pretty big board this turn. These tapped lands so far have been absolutely rancid. Just real bad every time we've drawn them. Hey, Zill Valley, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. So I can either play the Sun, or I can play the Assassin. I guess I didn't need to tap this. I was thinking I could do all of these. I should have counted first. If this would have been untapped, I could have played both, but it wasn't, so I can't. How do I play both? How do I play? Oh, it makes things cheaper. All right, I'm gonna time people out who didn't tell me how I could play both. Them's the rules, chat. Them's the rules. Follow the rules or take a break. All right, so this turn I need to activate Clancaller because they're gonna cast down the Clancaller, and I can't. I'm just gonna confirm I can't play this and activate Clancaller, right? Because this is 6. Green Red Dino Frenzy sounds and looks amazing. Sounds good. Well, hello there. Thanks for the support. If they don't hit a, their last card's a land, that's good for us. Am I dead if I activate this, though? Crap, I'm dead if I activate this, aren't I? No, they just played 1. I can block here. No, I'm not dead if I activate this. I'm oh, it tapped the. Oh, I tapped the wrong elf. I tapped the wrong elf. Well, that's gonna lose us the game. I tapped the wrong elf, chat. All right. If I had paid better attention, we'd be up a Llanowar Elf at the moment. Alas, mistakes were made. This is a pretty big deal, right? Like, if I had one more blocker here, it'd be pretty good for us. Let's see how aggressive they want to get. Not at all. Perfect. We've bounced back a bit. So this assassin. So if I attack like this, I attack with a bunch of stuff, right? Yeah, I'm gonna attack like this because the assassin has to be blocked. It's a 3/3 with death touch. So like the assassin kills Walker, Merfolk. So like 3 of their things die here, and I have 4 blockers back. Why would I attack with both assassins? How do I like this standard format? This is the best Magic format I have ever played. And that includes Modern, that includes Legacy, that includes all previous standard formats that I have played in my lifetime. The Assassin has earned its name. Alright, so they're dead. That's pretty good. I even miffed up tapping my elves at one point and then forgot I could play a card in another. Yeah, having this fantastic standard format line up with Arena's release is quite awesome for Magic in general. Magic's definitely on another growth curve at this point. Can you bump Rainbow Lich, please? Definitely, Mr. Hat. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Unlike the Grixis Dragons deck that we played earlier today, this deck is probably not very good against Jeskai control, though. So we just dumpstered Jeskai over and over and over again with Grixis Dragons. This elf deck, probably pretty soft to Jeskai. I do understand timing out people being not helpful, but there's a spot where as a viewer, I see you about to miss something, I'd be more inclined to say you can play it so you can see it. But that's not, you're very likely, so here's, where am I coming, let me explain where I am coming from. As a streamer, I'm almost certainly not going to listen to what you're saying because Twitch chat is so incredibly wrong so often that if you don't take the time to explain yourself, I'm not going to listen to you. So typing it quickly doesn't help you or me. It doesn't make me more likely to listen to you. And it just, like, directly breaks the rules that we've defined here in the chat. Which are, if you want to make a suggestion, please explain yourself. So they bend the Contempt there, which hopefully means they need a land and not they already have one. Type Faster is also a good suggestion. Does mean they already have one. Sad. Yeah, the signal to noise ratio in Twitch chat is not a particularly good one, is a good way to put it. And remember, the most important thing is learning and growing from the Magic that we play. So, like, I don't care if you message me fast enough to, like, have me fix my mistake, but being able to point it out and talk about why it was a mistake, that's where growth happens. That's where you actually become a better Magic player. Where you can look back on something and go, oh, that was wrong, and this is why it was wrong, and in the future, let's do it better. Yeah, I think people are really focused on winning the current game, and like we have to say, people, I don't care what our record is in the current game. I don't care about winning made-up internet points here on Magic Arena. I bought all my cards on Arena with my credit card. I don't need gold and in-game fun points or whatever you get for winning matches on here. My interest when I'm playing and streaming is to learn and get better from the games that I'm playing. Yeah, Nox dumped like 3,000 people into us here because he's awesome. We're all here to learn Magic. There's no such good Magic as a lie. There's just, like, slightly less bad Magic. Great, let's activate that one. Good news is their entire board's dead. Oh, this thing lives. Was a 2/3, right? Makes sense. Alright, so let's crack the Memorial to Folly. I'm gonna pick the Elvish Clancaller back up because the Clancaller lets us rebuild nicely here. I go ahead and shock this in and play the Llanowar Elf, and then hopefully Clancaller can rebuild our board. know. That's the first time we've activated tapped land, and they've been awkward a number of times, so I'm not really sure if they're worthwhile, if, like, the upside that they have is worth the awkwardness that they introduce to our draws. That's fair. I potentially missed damage there. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think my opponent using Finality there is really that bad. They're definitely favored if our board isn't big. So, like, getting the board as small as possible is strongly in my opponent's best interest. Does normal have 2K viewers? No, we got a really big host. My average for Arena is about 1,500 usually. Although today's been a low day, probably because it's a holiday in the US. You decide if and when I'm going to stream this weekend. I'm definitely going to stream at some point. I don't know when. I need to sort that out with the boss. So probably chump blocking the Seeker Squire this turn. We'll take 6, go to 7. Or we're dead. Good chip. There is not. Arena is standard and limited. I think the opponent played that game pretty well. They managed our board. They managed our board nicely and then put their large threats into play, which outclassed ours by a pretty significant margin. Bring in Poison Tip and Izoni. Maybe I want Trophy in this matchup just to, like, kill their big dorks. Could see that potentially being good. If you Google Frank Karsten Mana Math, you'll find a lot of good articles on that. I believe he even wrote an updated article recently for Rav Standard. Yeah, but as far as, like, real Magic formats go, it's just draft. It's just draft in Standard, or limited in Standard. Like, block Constructed's not a real Magic format anymore. This hand is really slow. I'm not gonna play this out. I tend to write out thoughts on multiple comments, which is a bad habit in Twitch chat, and apply to your rules. I got timed out for the Immortal Sun for pointing out and explaining it. Another comment? Yeah, and I get it. Like, the culture that I have here and what my rules encourage is different than a lot of their Twitch chats, right? Like, a lot of their Twitch chat encourage people to spam and, like, post things. Like, a lot of people hit enter after every 3 words they type in Twitch chat. And, like, what my goals are here is different than that. I'd rather see, like, that paragraph you just wrote there. That's fantastic. Like, actual discussion. I think Arena will have their own modern light format. Definitely, 100%. I would be incredibly surprised if Arena doesn't introduce its own non-rotating format. Like, imagine if the Song of Freyalise was like a banner. I'm gonna go ahead and grab not sure I'm in love with what this build is doing. Let's so for those of you that haven't seen it before, my website, I have a bunch of deck lists on you could find my past streams. It's sorted by format and game here, but I also have a button here that says a standard deck. So we've played some green-black elves before in the past. And there's my current deck list here, and you can find videos of me playing it down below. I'm gonna grab this list that we played last time that has a bunch of Vanquisher's banners in it, because I was really a pretty big fan of that card. Import that real quick here. Oh. Go back over to Arena View. Gobble, gobble, Captain Rehab. Import. Not all streamers. I mean, a lot of streamers that I've seen don't even read the chat at all. So like I said, I get where you're coming from, and I understand that what I'm looking for here is different than other places on Twitch. Which is why it's not like I ban people when they break the rules. We just time them out so they can like have a reminder of what the rules are and then come back in a hot second. I look much younger without the beard. Is Elves good in every format almost? I mean, it's playable. Elves isn't very good in Legacy. Needs to be an Elf Day stream. I like Elves a lot in Modern. There's a reason why I'm playing Elves at the Invitational for the Modern portion. Sure. Being different is the point, so I get my base up. Well, thanks for the support. We'll have an all-elf day around Christmas. Yep, yeah, I updated the stream deckers. If you type !deck in chat, you'll get the updated deck list. What do you think about Ultimate Master so far? I think they put enough cards into it that people will stop complaining about it costing $14 a booster pack or whatever it costs. Bant Walls is sweet. If you didn't see that stream, you can find the deck list on my website along with a YouTube video of me playing it there. That one is back in the deck queue and we'll get back to it at some point soon. Really? Have you met Magic players? Yep. I like that Wizards of the Coast, finally reprinted all the cards people want to reprint, and I was like, screw these Magic players. These are gonna cost like $14 a booster. I don't travel to Magic events in general. Play very few paper tournaments. Any paper tournament, whether it's SCG or Grand Prix, is largely like setting a pile of money on fire. I ended up not doing Just Kai today. We had somebody do a cut the line donation to fit something in, so Just Kai got bumped back into the queue. So Just Kai will be at the top of the queue for next time we do standard on stream. Chupacabra's really annoying. Really need to hit a banner or banner, Immortal Sun, Beast Whisperer. So I'm going to start drawing cards here. Yeah, just move along. Yeah, this is going to be my last deck of the day. Need to be done by about 4 o'clock. I mean, there are a lot of reasons to go to a Grand Prix or a Magic tournament. It's just none of those reasons involve making money. If you're going to a Grand Prix with the expectations of making money, you're pretty unrealistic and don't understand like what Grand Prix are. Like when people talk about the expected value of a Magic tournament, the expected value of most Magic tournaments is just like $0. Like you're just gonna lose money going to them. You should go to a Magic tournament because you're gonna enjoy playing in the tournament. Is Poison Tip Archer good here? They have a lot of big dumb attackers and blockers, so Poison Tip just being Death Touch might be fine, and it hedges them having access to Finality, so I think that's fine as well for us. Do you feel like Chupacabra is a hindrance to Magic? Nah, Chupacabra is fine. There's a bunch of powerful things in the standard format. In fact, doing a bunch of different powerful things is one of the things that makes the standard format really interesting in my opinion. Magic's a game that you should be playing for fun. If at any point your hobby stops being fun, you should reevaluate like why you're doing it. To make money? To make money, you should go to your job. Do you know what's really good expected value? Going to your job that pays you a given amount of dollars per hour. The expected value on guaranteed getting paid is fantastic. Do you want to have a fun weekend playing Magic? If you enjoy large events, go to a large event. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, breaks are good. Not quite a Hearthstone hand, but almost. It's okay. It's got a banner to get up to. Yeah, anybody that was all in on Standard, honestly, that's why Modern was so popular, right? Because there were a lot of people that were in on Standard, and then Standard got bad, and Modern was what we had. But now Standard's great again. Standard is great. Love me some Standard. That is actually fine. Because I have Druid of the Cowl to cast it off of. I was gonna say we're bottoming any non-mana source there, and that's like basically a mana source, right? That there is no competitive MTG. That's not what I said. Things can be competitive without being able to pay your bills. Like, Grand Prix and Opens are both very competitive Magic tournaments where you're gonna find players that are playing to win. They're just not good for making money. Yeah, yep. Details on how to pop into the sub-Discord are here. Thank you for the support. How long do you think the beard is back? I don't know, a couple of weeks. It'll probably be back by the time I go to the Invitational. Gobble, gobble. All right, so double Thorn Lieutenant next turn is going to push my Nurture up to the point where we can play the banner out, which is nice. Yeah, the Wild Growth Walker is going to get real big real fast. Without good money, the game is not attracting real pros, so it's stock of it. I don't think that's true. Do you have any data to back that up? That, like, people who are good at Magic have to want to make money playing Magic? In fact, I'd say that's patently not true, right? Like, we accept that a lot of really great Magic players like John Finkel, who don't play Magic for a living, but they're still really fucking good at Magic the Gathering. Just, like, hot nonsense. This idea that, like, you have to, like, be able to make a living doing something in order for competitive things to exist for it is just silly. Unless you have some data to back that up or some definition, like, get it out of my chat. Ephro, David Williams, Finkel, like, all of these are great Magic players who don't make their living remotely anything from Magic. Honestly, I'd probably argue that people who are playing Magic for the money, if people who are playing Magic for the money, if they genuinely think they can make good money playing Magic, they're probably not a very good Magic player, because they're probably not very bright if they can make a lot of money playing Magic, because anybody that could do, like, basic math is, like, gonna realize that there's not a lot of money in actually playing Magic. And that's fine. Magic's a game, it's a hobby, you should play for fun. Like, it's a great game. I love playing Magic, but as someone who traveled to play Magic for, you know, 3-4 years, I did it because I loved playing the game and traveling. Like, this is only my job now because I'm making content for the game. Not hitting our 5th mana source. Well, I guess our 5th mana source kind of died, but I guess the banner's being a little bit awkward here too. Not necessarily a strict free roll over the songs. Does increase the competitiveness. I'm gonna need you to cite a source on that one. Sorry, this isn't. I'm gonna need a full, what are the I'm gonna need MLA formatting for that. Cite a source, please. Can't use Wikipedia. Need your bibliography. APA, it's APA formatting, MLA, APA. How do sponsored players make money? Probably not enough to come by. It's someone who's been sponsored by stores and places like that to play Magic tournaments. You don't get much from the sponsors. Very, very small amount. I feel like Arena will bring in more competitive players to Magic because of how this looks compared to, yeah, I think so. And I think part of it too is that, like, the people that are playing Arena are going to get more competitive as time goes on, right? Because, like, Arena allows you to play a ton of Magic, and just, like, by playing a bunch of Magic, you don't automatically get better, but you're more likely to be getting better if you're playing more, right? It's not a guarantee, but it's more likely to happen. It's actually usually not even that tough, goes. In my experience, a lot of sponsors don't provide cards. They just pay you some sort of small stipend based on tournament performance and how many times you get on camera. I was a top Hearthstone player and declined going to an invitational due to travel costs being greater than the expected value prizes. Yep. I mean, there's a reason why, like I qualified for the SCG Invitational, and like the only reason I'm going is because people on stream wanted to donate to send me. Am I about to get fungal infection out of the main deck? I'm totally about to get fungal infection here, aren't I? Oh, cast down. I'm dumb. That was a terrible block. They could just kill my lord. I was thinking like, what is this attack's weird? It's not weird, I'm just dumb. I think most pros actually own their deck. No, it depends. I knew a lot of people that owned cards when I was playing, but I also knew a lot of people that just like borrowed stuff from friends. Like that's a loaded question. Like, what constitutes a living wage? And like, if you look at how tournaments are structured, right? Like, you don't actually make much money from doing well in tournaments. You make money from spiking tournaments. Like, the way Magic tournament prizes are structured a lot of the time, if the person that wins the tournament gets like 10 times more than the person who gets top 8. So like, people who have the similar record in the Swiss, like whoever wins the actual tournament gets far more than they do. Doom Whisperer plus Wildgrowth Walker is just so powerful together. These cards draw a lot of cards. That being said, I've got double Beast Whisperer going right now, so if they don't find a removal spell this turn, I'm going to snowball pretty hard next turn, most likely. If they have land, they can Finality me here. It's pretty good for me, not getting Finality. What's going on, Pango? Yeah, the people who make money off of tournaments being played are the people that like sell Magic cards. Supporting your Harrys with your code is the best decision I've ever made. My face is cold. Yeah, like I'm going to the Invitational next month, right? Like I've had two different people send me. I had one person send me most of my modern deck, and I had another person send me most of the standard deck. Punish your dumper. Thank you for the Twitch Prime support. Welcome. I am planning to play Pirates for the standard portion of the Invitational. I think we're just about to lose this race in the air, unfortunately. Am I gonna make a run at the Players Championship? I'm not. SCG is basically a team tournament, a team event tournament series now, and I really don't like playing in team tournaments. I'm also not a huge fan of Modern compared to Standard, so... Oh, the Swarm Guildmage is great. I can gain 2 and buy myself an extra turn against the Doom Whisperer. That's hot fire. That being said, like, if they're smart, they're gonna like dig to Finality here and kill me. I think there'll be online tournaments soon at MTGA. I hope so. I think if Wizards of the Coast knows what they're doing, they're gonna push in that direction. There's supposed to be a competitive Magic announcement on December 6th, which I'm hoping is gonna be related to Magic Arena. Correct. Paper Magic tournament prices are never changing. Like, people keep showing up. They keep showing up and, like, cashing in their dollars. I don't want to board in this matchup. The banners actually have been really awkward. I'm not quite sure what I want to do. The Steel Leaf Champions kind of gum up, though. I think I want some cheaper threats. Poison Tip Archer and Izoni let me recover from their sweepers a little bit better. Yeah, this blocks their flyers as well. Do I want these banners? I could just want a couple of the trophies. Duress for finality, I think, is really narrow. I think I just want to try and get under them or, like, use the Poison Tip Archer or the Izoni to go through it. I'm going to bring in a couple of trophies. I think if I can keep their demons off the table, they have a really hard time punching through. Oh, this seems fine. I love how the lands that have as they enter the battlefield replacement effects do a little dance as you play them out. You're like, drag you out, flop up here, flop down here, flop back. Just flopping all around. Probably just Beast Whisperer on 3 here. Just start getting some cards going. The best way this deck can play through sweeper effects is to have one of its effects that lets you draw cards as you play creatures out. So that way, if you play to a board and they sweep you, you have a full hand to gas back up with again afterwards. Hopefully hit a land next turn and go Nurture into Clancaller. Womp womp. Huh. So my hand's actually full enough here that I'm gonna go Nurture into Elf here, so that way next turn I can go Beast Whisperer into more Elves afterwards right away. Does Unclaimed Territory and similar stuff just give you card types in your deck and so to choose from? It defaults to showing you ones in your hand in your deck, but you can search for ones that aren't up there too if they're not up there by default. Yeah, that's why they were timed out. Oh, this is awkward. So because Nurturer has a trigger, they're able to kill my beast in response, which means I never get to draw a card with it. That's unfortunate. That is, in fact, how Magic the Gathering works. So this is the part of the game where we start pumping out Elvish Clancallers and beat them down since they're fumbling around. Beep boop, beep boop. Obviously, they didn't do much there. I'm not changing how we sideboarded. Long-time viewer, I bought into Big Red and Paper after watching you play. Just hearing you say my username made this the best turkey day. What's going on, Dumper? Hope you have a good one. Gobble, gobble. I think this might be my last match of the day. I've been going for almost 7 hours. Did 10 hours yesterday, so I think this hand's fine. It needs a third land or like an Elvish Mystic, but Nurture into Beast Whisperer is pretty hard to pass up. Wolf on the play is pretty good. See how aggressive their start is. Yep. That's a Golden Demise. Alright, I guess Golden Demise isn't even that fantastic against my hand. I have a lot of 2/3s here. Like a lot of 2/3s. I can sleep when I'm dead. I plan to keep dumping 50, 60 hours a week into streaming until it stops being a job, if that ever happens. Oh yeah, that's true. I need to remember to plug that. I'm definitely gonna need to stream over the weekend to remember to plug that. Yeah, there's a sale on bits right now. You can get 2,500 bits for straight up 25 bucks at the moment. So if you're someone that sends bits to any streamer, whoever it may be, whether it's me or someone else right now, you should be sure to check that out. Yeah, I agree. We've had kind of a medium time drawing a bad mix of stuff so far this league, it feels like. We've had a lot of, like, all Beast Whisperers, all banners, like, not a mix of them with creatures. You can find out if I'm willing to play a deck by using the deck submission form linked on my website. I have a Google form that it goes through. Oh, I think I just do this. And I'm like hoping to untap with this in this next turn. It's not looking good for a hero here. A little too much clunk in the trunk. Yep. Peace, Colt. Have a good one. Alright, so I'm at 3. I can play Beast Whisper into Druid of the Cowl here and draw a card. And I'm not just dead on board, so I think that's worthwhile. Would really like to draw a Llanowar Elf here. Bit sale works. Can you send it to Lich again? Definitely, Mr. Hat. Thank you for the support. It should get Lich up the next time we are. Next time we do standard. Need to figure out what I'm streaming this weekend exactly. So they're 1 creature away from City's Blessing Golden Demise. So if they have a 2 or 3 mana creature here, I'm probably dead. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it. I guess I could potentially snowball next turn. I have the Nurturer in play. That is a fantastic draw because it gives my Nurturer +2. This is free. It costs me no mana with the Nurturer. Just what we're looking for here. The problem is I have to kill all of their stuff. So I need probably more blockers than I have at the moment. That is a fantastic draw. Hey, Mr. Hat, thanks for doing out the sub gifty. Welcome. Hope you're having a good turkey day. I'm not dead on board, right? Yep, not dead on board. All right, that's all I can ask for, really. Just not dead on board is like all I can ask for. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Oh, they passed the turn. Holy crap, they passed the turn. I probably should have cast Assassin. If I cast Assassin, would they have been done? Probably. Probably missed it. We're not guaranteed to win, but we're getting close. Thank you for the biddies, folks. I appreciate that. You couldn't cast the assassin, you drew both off your last level. Okay, that's what I thought, Tom. But I honestly wasn't paying enough attention, so I wouldn't have surprised me if I couldn't. Alright, I'm gonna put this out. The goal, how I can possibly not die here. Oh, I tapped both of those for black. That was bad. I shouldn't have tapped both of those for black. Crap. That was a mistake. I also could have drawn more cards in a better sequence. My sequencing this turn has been less than optimal. Yeah, I just have to trophy. I have to trophy and hope they don't dig for finality. Although finality might kill them, right? I could have played that better. There are a couple of things I could have done differently there, but I'm running out of timer at the moment, so I'm not going to talk about them. Oh, did I just drop 5 mana? Yeah, its whole turn was sloppy. I could have made an extra black mana off the Unclaimed Territory. It doesn't matter. Either we die next turn or we win. One of the two is happening. Actually, finality doesn't even do it here, right? Because finality with the poison tip archer in play means that they'll die to my 13/13 the following turn. This has been a good game. I definitely could have put this banner into play, though. I should wait to do that. Because I might get a bad attack out of them. Oh, for fuck's sake. All right. There's nothing I could do about that. Good game, opponent. That's a tough loss. Just 3 golden demise. Sometimes they want it more than you. Man, we were gonna beat double golden demise that game too. The third one was gonna kill us though. They cast another one earlier in the game. Yeah, it just doesn't matter what we did there. They had the doubles at the end. That was pretty impressive. We almost mounted the comeback there after a really tough start. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, maybe, so this was the green-black elf deck that was originally submitted, and then we ended up playing the build that had banners a little bit too. After going through it back and forth a little bit, maybe some Song of Freyalise is okay, but 4 definitely felt like too many. 4 also felt like too many banners though. So I feel like it would not require them to shuffle, Alec. They can just decline to shuffle. They just say no, don't search, and then they draw their cards. That doesn't change anything. Honestly, I feel like 2/2 might actually be this, because this is just too much top end. So maybe something like this is what I would end up doing. Just like do this and split it up so that way you have more stuff at the bottom rather than not. No, there's not another rotation happening until next October. There's a new set in January, but Magic only rotates once per year. This deck is a lot of fun. If you want to see more of the elf archetype, it draws a lot of cards. It's matched with a lot of big, giant green creatures. Be sure to check out my website, jeffhoagland.com. Click the standard decks at the top. There's elves and tons of other great stuff up there. So, in fact, I think I'm going to update the list on my site to have a couple of songs in it after playing those games. I got to smooth things out a little bit. The Greater Oratog, thank you for the 6-month resub. Thanks everyone for hanging out all day today. If you're in the United States, happy Thanksgiving, happy Turk Day. If you're in the rest of the world, happy Thursday. You've almost made it through to the end of the week. I'm going to be live with more Magic, Standard, and Modern at some point this weekend. I need to talk to my boss to find out when she's okay with me streaming. So follow me on Twitter or follow me on Twitch for notifications as well for when I'm going live and with what. And thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for tuning in.